Hi, welcome to my poster. My name is Lola Chaka, and this is my research on regional justice and broad prosperity in the province of Groningen. This research emerged from my internship at Stam, where I was tasked with exploring how regional dynamics might influence broad prosperity. Building on this assignment, I integrated my own interest into social justice to shape the focus of my research. This research addresses the need for a greater understanding of how regional dynamics shape well-being within broad prosperity frameworks, which it aims to do by analysing these dynamics through a social justice lens. The social justice lens I use is that of Nancy Fraser, but more on that later. First, the main research question, which is, which insights can Nancy Fraser's social justice framework offer for understanding how regional dynamics shape broad prosperity? To briefly explain the context, broad prosperity is the Dutch framework for assessing societal progress beyond GDP. It looks at economic, social, and environmental aspects across three dimensions: here and now, later, and elsewhere. At the core of the here and now dimensions lies well-being. Well-being in broad prosperity is currently largely understood through Amartya Sen's capabilities approach, which focuses on people's opportunities and access to resources. While this approach is valuable, it mainly looks at what individuals need to achieve well-being and pays less attention to the conditions shaping these outcomes. This is where Nancy Fraser's social justice framework becomes relevant. Fraser distinguishes three interrelated dimensions of justice: redistribution, recognition, and representation. Together, these dimensions cover economic, cultural, and political inequality. These dimensions align well with more recent research on well-being and are especially relevant when looking at regional dynamics, as regions are lived spaces that shape everyday experiences and identities. Furthermore, regional boundaries and systems can influence who is represented in which way. To explore this, a qualitative approach is used, combining expert interviews with an analysis of existing broad prosperity indicators. The province of Groningen serves as a relevant case study for this due to its existing disparities and feelings of injustice. My preliminary findings show the importance of recognition, as stigma and feelings of being overlooked shape how people feel about their region and themselves. Uneven representation also emerges as relevant, with distance from national decision making and limited local capacity reducing people's sense of influence. Finally, there are clear rural redistribution needs, as rural areas need more funding per person to keep basic facilities and public transport running. While my research is still ongoing, the added value of Nancy Fraser's framework for understanding the influence of regional dynamics on broad prosperity is apparent. And with that, I hope this research can be a good first step at identifying any missing gaps in existing broad prosperity frameworks.